Welcome back to 13th Street. Before we begin tonight, take a moment to like and subscribe and leave a comment with your state and what time you're watching. It helps more stories like this find people like you. Now, lock your door, turn the lights down. Let's begin. The crawl space camera. I bought the house in March of 2023, a small ranch on a quiet cul-de-sac in suburban Ohio. 3 bedrooms, finished basement, big backyard. The previous owners were a young couple who had moved out of state for a job. Everything about the sale was clean. The inspection was clean. The neighborhood was clean. I was 31 years old, recently divorced, and ready to be alone in a house that was finally mine. The first month was uneventful. I painted the living room. I bought a couch. I learned the names of the 2 old women who lived on either side of me and waved at them when I got the mail. I slept well. The cameras were my brother's idea. He was a security consultant in Cleveland, and he sent me a starter kit for my birthday in April. 4 small wireless cameras and a base station, the kind that connect to an app on your phone. He told me every single woman homeowner needed them. He installed them himself one weekend. 1 in the front yard, 1 in the back, 1 in the living room facing the front door, and 1 in the basement. I asked him why the basement. He said because basements were where people came in. I laughed at him. He did not laugh back. I almost never checked the basement camera. The basement was finished, but I didn't use it for much. I'd put a treadmill down there I never ran on, a few boxes I hadn't unpacked, a deep freezer. I went down maybe twice a month. The camera mostly recorded an empty room. In late May, I got a motion alert from the basement camera at 3:14 in the morning. I was half awake. The phone buzzed on my nightstand. I picked it up and tapped the notification. The app opened to a live view of my basement. Empty, lit by the dim red glow of the camera's night mode, exactly as it should have been. Nothing was moving. Whatever had triggered the motion sensor was already gone, or had been a moth, or a shift in temperature. I almost went back to sleep. Instead, half out of curiosity, I tapped to view the recorded clip. The app saved a 15-second video every time motion was detected. I wanted to see what had set it off. The clip began with the same empty basement, the treadmill, the boxes, the freezer humming softly in the corner. For about 8 seconds, nothing happened. Then, in the bottom of the frame, a hand came up. It came up through the floor. There was a small access panel set into the basement floor near the freezer. I had noticed it once when I moved in and assumed it led to a sump pump or some kind of utility access. I had never opened it. The panel was perhaps 2 feet square, flush with the concrete, with a recessed handle. In the clip, the panel was lifted from below. Slowly, a pale hand with long fingers reached up and gripped the edge of the opening. Then a second hand, then the top of a head, bald, wet-looking, the scalp gray in the night vision green. The clip cut off at 15 seconds. The head had not yet fully emerged. I sat up in bed. I watched the clip again, then a 4th time. My hands were shaking so hard, I almost dropped the phone. I called the police. 2 officers arrived in 20 minutes. I showed them the clip. They watched it twice, exchanged a look, and asked me to wait upstairs while they went down to the basement. They came back up after 15 minutes. The older one, a woman in her 40s, sat down across from me at my kitchen table. "Ma'am," she said carefully, "the access panel down there is sealed shut. It's been sealed for a long time. The concrete around the edges is poured solid. It would take a sledgehammer to open it. We checked the whole basement. There's no one down there. There's no sign anyone has been down there. Are you sure this video isn't some kind of glitch? A pre-recorded thing on the app maybe? Some kind of prank?" I told her I didn't know. I told her my brother had given me the system. I gave her his number. They took my phone and uploaded the clip to their system. They told me they'd have someone look at it. They said they would do extra patrols of the cul-de-sac for the next few nights. They told me to call again if I saw anything else. They were kind. They did not believe me. After they left, I went down to the basement myself for the first time in 3 weeks. I stood over the access panel. The officer was right. The concrete around it was old and unbroken. The handle was rusted. I tried to lift it, and it didn't budge. I knelt down and pressed my ear to the cold floor. I listened for a long time. I didn't hear anything. I didn't sleep in the house that night. I drove to a hotel and got a room and lay on top of the covers with all the lights on until morning. In the morning, I called my brother. He was alarmed. He drove down from Cleveland that afternoon, and we spent 6 hours together in the basement. He examined the access panel. He confirmed it was sealed. He examined the camera. He confirmed it was working normally and had not been tampered with. He pulled the firmware logs. He found no glitches, no preloaded content, no signs of hacking or interference. The clip was real. Something had reached up through a sealed concrete floor in my basement, and the camera had recorded it. My brother sat on the basement steps with his head in his hands. He told me he didn't know what to tell me. He told me I shouldn't sleep in the house. He told me he would help me sell it. He told me he was sorry. That night, I stayed at his hotel with him. We left the cameras running. In the morning, there were 11 new motion alerts from the basement, all between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. I did not want to watch the clips. I watched them anyway. In the first clip, the access panel was open. The hands and head were no longer visible. Whatever had been emerging had finished emerging. In the second clip, a figure stood in the corner of the basement near the freezer. It was a man, or shaped like a man, tall, naked. His skin was gray and slick, like something pulled from deep water. He was facing the wall. His hands hung at his sides. He was perfectly still. In the third clip, he had moved. He was now standing at the foot of the basement stairs, still facing away, still motionless. In the fourth clip, he was on the stairs, 3 steps up. In the fifth clip, 6 steps up. In the sixth clip, he was at the top of the stairs, standing in the open doorway that led to my kitchen. The kitchen light was off in the clip. The basement light was off. He was lit only by the night vision green of the camera below him. He was still facing away. In the 7th clip, the basement was empty. He was gone. He had walked into the rest of the house. The 8th clip was him coming back down the stairs. The 9th clip was him standing in the middle of the basement again, facing the access panel, head bowed. The 10th clip was him climbing back into the panel, head first, his bare gray feet the last thing visible before the lid closed behind him. The 11th clip was the access panel, still and shut, exactly as it had always been. My brother and I watched all 11 clips together in his hotel room. When we finished, neither of us said anything for a long time. Then I asked him, in clips 3 through 10, when the figure was inside my house, what had he been doing? My brother did not answer. Eventually, he said quietly, "I want to look at the upstairs cameras." We had not installed cameras inside the upstairs bedrooms. There were only the 2 interior cameras, the one in the living room and the one in the basement. The living room camera had recorded nothing all night. No motion alerts, nothing on the timeline. But when we looked at the raw footage, scrubbing through it slowly, we saw it. At 2:47 a.m., the figure walked into the living room from the kitchen. The camera did not register motion. It did not send an alert. It simply recorded him as if he were not there. He walked across the living room. He stopped in the middle of the rug. He turned slowly and faced the camera directly. For the first time, I saw his face. It was not a face. Not really. The features were there, eyes, nose, mouth. But they were arranged wrong, as if someone had been told what a face was, but had never seen one. The mouth was too wide. The eyes were too far apart. The skin was wet. He looked like something that had been sculpted in the dark by hands that had never touched a person. He stared at the camera for almost a minute. He did not move. He did not blink. Then he smiled. Then he walked, very calmly, down the hallway toward my bedroom. The footage from the hallway showed him entering my bedroom. He was in there for 46 minutes. There was no camera in my bedroom. There was no footage of what he did in there. When he came out, he walked back through the living room, back into the kitchen, back down to the basement. He climbed into the access panel. He closed it behind him. He had been in my bedroom for 46 minutes. I had not been home. I had been at the hotel. But the bed was where I would have been sleeping if I had been home. And he had not known I was gone. I sold the house. I took an enormous loss. I moved into an apartment in another state. I threw away the cameras. I threw away the bed. I threw away anything that had been in the bedroom that night. It has been almost a year. The new apartment is on the 3rd floor. There is no basement. There is no crawl space. There is no access panel. No crawl space. There is no access panel. 3 weeks ago, I started getting motion alerts on my phone again. I do not have any cameras installed. The notifications come from an app I never downloaded. They arrive at exactly 3:14 in the morning. Each one contains a 15-second video clip. Each one contains a 15-second video clip. The clips show my new bedroom, from above, from the ceiling. In the first clip, I am sleeping. In the second clip, I am sleeping. In each subsequent clip, the angle has gotten lower, closer. In last night's clip, the camera was a foot above my face. I was sleeping. I did not know. In tonight's clip, which arrived 9 minutes ago, the camera is so close I can see my own eyelashes. And in the corner of the frame, just barely visible, a single pale gray finger has entered the shot. It is reaching toward my mouth. I am sitting up in bed now. I am typing this. I am not going to sleep, but my eyes are very heavy. And the next notification is going to come at 3:14. It is 3:13. Like and subscribe for more horror stories like this.